This one mindset shift I made about 7 years ago completely changed how I look at my portfolio. Instead of now just buying and holding stocks and hope they go up, I now have turned my portfolio into an actual income stream. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can set up the same for yourself. Yo, what is going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you are having a God blessed day. Every single person that comments down below is going to get my ebook that gives you the 5 best quad option strategy stocks that are all under $20, and they are perfect for the quad option strategy. Every single person that comments down below, of course, you must subscribe and like the video as well. I'll personally send you over that ebook. But guys, today I'm going to be talking about something I wish I learned sooner, especially when trying to create an actual income stream from our portfolios. We've all heard, hey, just buy and hold stocks, just buy and hold stocks. And now there's some truth to that. There's a big caveat around it. I think most of us are better suited buying and holding ETFs. Buying and holding individual stocks, for the most part, my belief is a losing game for investors. And today I'm going to show you guys how, if you're sitting on stocks right now, you can actually rent them out and collect income on a weekly or monthly basis. So let's go over with a lot of people's favorite stock, Tesla, as our example for today. So we can see that Tesla is running up today. A little side note here, guys. Obviously, earnings yesterday, 20% decrease in sales, yet we're up 8%. This is why we don't usually do a lot of options trading on earnings a week, because that doesn't make any sense. But hey, it's all good. So we can see that Tesla is up 8%. Let's just assume, right, and this strategy goes for any stocks out there. We're just using Tesla here for our example. Let's assume you have 100 shares of any stock, right? Any stock, right? You can do this strategy on. So I'm just going to head over to Robinhood here, and I'm just going to go over to Tesla. Right now, if I'm assuming I have 100 shares of Tesla, I see it went up to 8% today, and I'm like, you know what? This might be a good time to sell, right? And maybe I'll just go out there, and I'll just sell, I'll sell my shares right here, and I'll be done, right? I'm out, right? But you'd only get what the market's giving you, around $257. Well, what if there was a way that you can actually sell your shares for $280, $300, $310, and actually get just paid upfront for maybe saying you would even sell them? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to the options section right here, and instead of being a silly options buyer, we are option sellers. All right, so we are option sellers. I'm going to show you what that means here in a minute. We are selling a call, and I'm just going to put the expiration date as 37 days away. Okay, I'll explain what that means here just in a minute, so bear with me. So now what we're on is something called an options chain. Sounds confusing. It's complicated. Everybody here on YouTube making it complicated, so you go and buy a $4,000 course. Listen, everything here on the channel is free, right? All my calculators and stuff you're going to see, they're inside of our free Facebook group. The only thing that's paid is if you want one-on-one time with me. All right, and I think we can all agree with that. All right, so this is the options chain. All right, on the left side, this is where you would select your strike price that you'd be willing to sell your shares. Okay, so right here, let's say you bought Tesla, I'll just say $250 for simplicity. Let's assume you bought Tesla at $250. And in 37 days, you're totally cool selling them for $280, right? Like in our example, $280. You're totally cool selling them at $280 and locking in that gains, locking in that profits. Now, this is a mindset shift you're going to have to make. And it took me a long time to make this mindset shift, being okay selling stocks. Listen, one of the reasons I started this channel, and this is a topic I've been so passionate about for so many years, and it's something I want to just share with the absolute world. So, it's just something I love, and the community that we're building in the Facebook group, it's so awesome seeing you guys winning with this stuff, and I love it. It lights me up every single morning seeing it. I think there's a big gap of people, and especially TikTok brain people, that it's like, they're like, no, just buy and hold forever. No, I think buying and holding stocks is a losing game for most people, unless you were inherited Apple stocks or something. Then fine. But for the most part, this portion of the portfolio, in my opinion, is to do one thing, and one thing only, folks, and that is to create real income. Not paper gains, not maybe, not this, not that, not other. Right? To create real money. And I'm going to show you why here in just a minute. Okay. Now, of course, I do recommend your 401ks, your monthly buys, your retirement, all that stuff. Have a monthly buy portfolio. And if you love certain companies, toss them in there. I'm not telling you what to do. Do what you want. But this quad options, the purpose of it is to actually make money, not paper gains. Okay? Now that we're on the same page. So let's say you are willing to sell your shares for $280 that you bought for $250. What would happen here? Well, you would actually collect $1,200, a little over $1,200 in premium income. Let's go toss this into our covered call calculator. So what it was $1,240, right? $1,240 of premium. That is actual income, juice that you are collecting from an options buyer. That is where that money's coming from. I get that question a lot. Where's this money coming from, Pete? Who's giving you this money? It's a scam. What is this nonsense? It sounds all too good to be true. Let me show you it all right? And all the things that could potentially happen to you in this situation. So we are now saying we're willing to sell our 100 shares at $280, right? Let's go to our cover call calculator. What is the strike, right? That's $280. That's what we're willing to sell our 100 shares for. What did you purchase them for? Right? We said $250 about current market value, right? So your premium return you're getting is $250 times 100, right? And dividing the premium by that gives you about a 5% return on your collateral, right? Whether you sell your shares or not, you're getting that premium up front and using your shares as that collateral to collect actual income from. You're collecting a source of income. Just right there, you're collecting that $1,240 on your 100 shares of Tesla that you bought at $250. You're getting about 5% return in a single month on that, okay? Number two, if you sell your shares that you got at $250 for $280, right? Obviously times by 100, you're going to collect an additional $3,000 in profit, right? Because you sold your shares, that's an appreciation sale. For a total profit, right? Profit of the shares plus premium profit of $4,240 or about a 17% return in a month. Let's go full circle. Let's all set some reasonable expectations here. Okay, this is an ideal case scenario. Maybe it's actually not it depends on you and your risk level. You have to make your own financial decisions. But maybe you do want to sell your shares. Okay, well, this is how much you would get. If this trade comes off, this is your premium, this is your profit, and that's what you're locking in. Are you okay with that? Because this is where I get in arguments with people. Are you okay with if this happens and selling your shares at 280? Because people will argue with me. Me personally, I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I locked in real profits. I got that juice, and I move on to the next opportunity because this is the beauty of the stock market. There's opportunity everywhere, folks. There is no like lack of opportunity in the markets. That's why I love it so much. For me, it's like, hey, made my money, I'm out. All right. Well, let's say, look, hey, well, Pete, all right, tell me more. I'm cool too, getting 17% in a month, Pete. So, but what happens? What's the risk, Pete? One risk. Well, I'll go through all of them all right now. Let's say Tesla runs back to its all-time highs. Where were we at like a couple months ago? Let's just go year out. We were at 420. Let's say it runs up to 426 again. Whoo! You lost a lot of money. Look at that. Look at that. If it went to 426 in a month, you would have missed out on like $15,000. Got to weigh that risk for yourself. What do you want to do, right? This is where, this is my opinion. You have to make your own decisions, okay? Me personally, I get exposure to all these great companies in monthly buys, right? The VUG and stuff like that, Vanguard stuff. So I'm okay with it. Again, going back to my plan is to make money and not paper gains. I don't know if look, when I talk to people, there's like, well, what if it hits 450? What if it hits 500 next month? Well, what if I don't care? I made money and I'm happy that I locked in a profit. So you have to make that decision for yourself. If you're like, you know what, Pete, now that you showed me that, bro, like that kind of scary. Like I do love Tesla. I really believe in it. Like maybe I should change it up a little bit. All right, so let's go back. And here's what you can do if you want to, right? Let's keep going. Everybody has a price, I believe. Would you sell them for $340? Okay, Pete, you know what? If it's $340 in 37 days, you know what, bro? I'll sell it. I'm out. Cash me out. All right, let's see what happens. You're going to collect less premium if you do something like that, right? You are. You're going to collect $220 of premium for that. So you're drastically less than the $1,200. You're collecting $220 now. Your premium return is only about 1% now, which isn't bad. 1 to 3% a month. It's fantastic. But look at your profit on the shares. Now it's $9,000 for a total profit of $9,220 with your premium included for a total return if you sell your shares $36. So what do we do? What's the ideal situation? Well, I obviously am not a financial advisor. I have no idea what I'm even talking about. I'm a man with a camera in my home office. All right. Personally, I like a balance of getting assigned. Okay. Some of you like to be super aggressive and you're like, I'm in, I'm out. I'm like, and you're doing a lot, right? For me, it really is your decision, but I like to be about a 0.20, 0.30 delta, around 0.20, realistically, right? A delta basically means, all right, people will complicate this again to sell you something. It's basically a percentage chance of assignment. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the 300s for simple math. 300, we have a 0.25 delta. Perfect. That's a great sweet spot for me. 0.25 basically means there's a 25% chance that you're going to have to be assigned. That's it. That's what that means, right? And if we go up, right, let's see if we can find exactly the 0.30s, right? 320, 315, 310. All right, that's the 0.20. So there's a 20% chance that you're going to be assigned, but about an 80% chance, right, that nothing happens and your options expire worthless. What does that mean? When your option expires worthless, that means that your contract closes out, right, automatically in 37 days from now. Your collateral, your shares will be freed up for you to then run the covered call play again. And this is just one leg of the quad option strategy, okay? So this is where you have to make a decision. Let's just use the 300 right here as our example, okay? So that's a 0.25 delta, and you're like, you know what? Maybe that's fine. If it's 300, that gives me a nice balance. I'm collecting $700 in premiums. So that's a nice little payday up front. So I'm collecting $700. I'm gonna potentially sell my shares for 300, and then I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, I get about a 3% return on my collateral. That checks my box. Okay, for my personal goal, I like to hit around 2-3%. So that checks out perfect. My profit on the shares, I like that. I like locking in that profit. Tesla, been real volatile for me lately. So you know what? For me, I think this is a good play to, if it hits this number, get out, because I feel like there'll be another pullback if it hits, and then I can get back in. Right? For a total profit 5,700, I got my 22% return. All right, I like that. I really like that, and I think this is something I'd be comfortable doing. That's how I recommend you think through this. And if you want this calculator, obviously all this stuff is free in the Facebook group. Okay. This is how you need to focus in on your cover calls. Drop a comment down below, guys. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite quad option strategy stocks that are all under $20 and great for small accounts, plus a bunch of other bonus training as well. Also, guys, if you are somebody that's interested in a 1-year incubator where you're going to learn how you can set up an option selling portfolio for yourself like this. It does take about a year of time because we don't trade a lot, guys. We're not the Picassos of the candlesticks. We ain't ruining our lives. We ain't, we ain't standing in front of screens all day where we need a red light therapy on our eyeballs. All right. So this is a strategy where we're not trading a lot. So I do say it takes about a year to go from 0 to hero with this stuff. So I have a 1-year incubator where you work personally with me and I show you how you can set this all up for yourself. That link will be down below in the description of today's video. That's it for today, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see y'all tomorrow.